Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, July the 27th, and this is day 15 of my Colorado thru hike. Last night I camped at the Tennessee Pass trailhead. I generally don't like to camp at trailheads. They're usually pretty noisy. But last night it's kind of strange. I think I got the best night sleep so far on the trail. So that was good. Just starting segment number 9. This segment's from Tennessee Pass to Timberline Lake. Segment's about 13.6 miles long. It's about 2,627 feet up and about 3,004 feet down. Got one high point today on the trail, which is 11,702. Comes at about mile number 9. Checked the weather this morning right before I left camp, and it looks like it was about 47 degrees. I think it got down to maybe 44 last night, so not too bad. So just getting started, and I'll be back shortly. Currently about 1.5 miles into today's hike, and I thought I'd show you a little bit about what the trail looks like. From what I understand, it's going to be pretty much like this most of the day, really through forest. Not a lot of big views like I've seen in the last few segments. It's also known to be very buggy, so hopefully that won't be the case, but I'm sure it will. And evidently has a lot of water sources, which is where I'm headed to now. I think about a mile away. Started out this morning with just a little less than a liter of water, so I need to stop and filter some water. Look like the high today is going to be about 63, so that's really perfect weather for hiking. So I'll check back later. One of the things that amazed me whenever I started the trail was the different wildflowers that you see, and there's just so many of them and so many different kinds. So at the beginning I didn't really take any pictures because I thought there's no way that I could do that and be able to do insert those into the videos each day. So what I decided to do, and I think I started yesterday if I remember right, was I started taking pictures of the flowers, try to do one picture for each unique flower. And then what I'll do in the videos going forward is I'll put a feature flower in that video, and then hopefully with Siri help, once if I have an internet connection when I'm doing the video, I'll be able to identify what the flower is. But they're pretty amazing to see, so I decided that I did need to start taking some pictures and inserting those into each of the videos. So got quite a few so far, and hopefully there'll be many more to come. I came to this I thought was the water source here, and looking down through here underneath the bridge, it's completely dry, so I kind of panicked, but you can still hear water in the background. It looks like it's down at this next bridge down here. This is kind of a different bridge. Looks like it's made out of logs. And here's the next water source. Well, this was great. Was able to filter water, and actually took some time and cleaned up, washed my face, washed my hands. I feel like a brand new person. That water is ice cold, but it tastes great and it felt great too. So time to move on. I stopped here for a minute. First real view that you can actually see through the trees. As I mentioned earlier, today is going to be pretty much a forest walk, but I will try to stop, and if I see any views, take a couple quick videos. There's quite a bit of campsites at about 146.3. Probably seen 4, 5, 6 tents set up in this area here. So, and looks like a good water source right by it too. I thought when I started this trail that I guess my expectations was I would be able to do probably 15 miles plus a day. And I think after segment 1, 2, and 3, after I got out of shock. Came to realize that that's probably not going to happen. So I looked at the stats this morning, and actually I'm not that far off. For hiking days, so far I've been averaging about 12.9. Done a couple. I did a 16 and an 18, maybe an 18 a couple times, but for the most part, it's been much less, and it has averaged out to 12.9 on actual days hiking. Now, if I throw in 3 0 days so far, which is a little more than what I planned at this point, then it takes it down to about 10.2 average per day if you include in the 0 days. So overall, I guess for an old person coming from 27 feet elevation, I guess overall it's not that bad. And I'm sure that once I get trail legs and get a little bit more used to the altitude here, maybe I'll bump that up a little bit or be able to increase that. Just checking in from the trail. It's a little after 11 and starting to see a little bit of a view. Got a ways to go to get to the 9 mile mark where the high point is for today, but I thought I would capture this as I was walking by. It's almost 12 noon and making my way up these climbs here. Just passed another milestone. Just finished 150 miles on the trail. So making progress. Got a little ways up to the top of this one. And I think there's a short downhill. And then there's another huge uphill to, I guess, the 9 mile mark where the high point is for today. So I will see what views are on top. I made it to the top of the first climb. This is the view that I am rewarded with. It's supposed to be a lake on up here just a little bit, and then I'll start the second climb. Well, that was disappointing. The last video I told you I was at the top of the first climb, and that was incorrect. I went around the corner and the trail went up and away, and 30 minutes later I finally made it to the top of this first climb. It's about 11,400 feet, something like that. And next I'll be going down a little ways and then up to the highest point for today. Thought I'd capture this video for just a couple seconds here of going down the descent. It's not very far before I start back up the next climb, but beautiful view. Stop here so it quits shaking. Happened to look off to the left at me going up this climb, and this is what I see. Would not want to trip and fall here. Well, reached today's high point. Nothing to see here. It is, as you can see, it's just the highest, I guess, that just elevation-wise today. So I'm heading down. I have about a 2 mile descent, I think. And then there'll be another 1 mile, maybe not quite a mile climb, and then hopefully downhill from there. The elevation here, highest point today was 11,717. It's about 223 and still making my way down this descent, almost to the bottom. May have less than a mile to go. Wanted to, actually I stopped back there for quite a bit. I had to filter some water and starting to get a few sprinkles. And so I wanted to get the rain gear on. So I got rain jacket on and pack cover on. And we may be getting some rain here soon. It's about 3:15 and just made it up over the third and hopefully the final climb for today. Looks like the next 2 miles is all descending down, and it looks like at the bottom of the descent is the end of section 9 that I'm on today and starts section 10. So not sure yet where I'm camping since it's a little after 3. Usually you start thinking about that. Once I get down this descent a little bit, I will take a look and see where some of the options are, but obviously it's probably going to be at the end of this here. I think if I remember right, there's one about maybe 1.5 miles into segment 10, the next segment. So that might be an option depending on how I feel when I get down to the bottom of this one here. Should be maybe close to 14 miles for the day when I hit the bottom of this hill. So we'll see, and I'll check back in later. Still descending down this 2-mile descent, and wanted to see if I can walk here without my trekking poles. Take a little picture of the valley across the way here. Good afternoon. It's about a little after 4, and believe it or not, I am still descending. I still have about another mile, and then I should hit the bottom and also the end of segment 9. And did a little bit of checking. Looks like there might be some camping options about a mile or so into segment 10. So I think I'm going to try to maybe do that. We shall see. Still got quite a bit of daylight left, so I've got plenty of time to get there, or if it happens to be full or something, may need to carry on just a little bit further. But I will check in when I figure out what I am doing. Okay, it's about 4:45 p.m. Just made it to the trailhead, Timberline Lake, and there's no camping around here, so looking at the data book, looks like they might be able to camp at about maybe 1.3 miles. I just went ahead and added another 2 liters of water before I go up to camp. So I've got about 4 liters now, so I should be in good shape. So anyway, I will check in when I get to camp. Good evening, everyone. It's about 6:30 p.m. and I wanted to go ahead and close out day 15 on July 27th. So today I completed segment 9, Tennessee Pass to Timberline Lake, and completed about 1.2 miles of segment 10. Hiked a total of about 14.8 miles with about 2,627 feet up, 3,004 feet down. Currently at mile 157.6. Found a campsite tonight with a couple of other hikers, and currently camping at about 10,038 feet. So this is a pretty low elevation compared to the previous one. So no cell connection, so hopefully I will, the temperatures will be just a little bit warmer tonight than they were last night at 44 degrees. One can hope. So tomorrow I will start segment 10, and I'll go ahead and provide an update tomorrow.